Hey guys, welcome back to HyperTora. I've got my Tokyo treat box here for May. It arrived this morning and I've luckily got a chance to open this up during the day. So hopefully I can get this up a little bit earlier. If you do want to get a Tokyo treat box, this is the premium one. Do make sure you use the code down below in the description or in the comments. That code gives you up to $5 off your premium box, which you'd only get $3.50 off if you use one of the 10% off codes. So it's much better than that. So make sure to use it, get yourself some money off your first subscription. But let's get into this and open this up and see what's inside. Oh dear, that looks pretty cool to start off with. And we got our little booklet there as usual. Today's theme, or this month's theme for May, is anime snack attack, which is great because I absolutely love anime. Though I think it's probably going to be themed around very popular animes, especially Western ones, or Japanese anime that's popular in Western culture. But let's get into this and see what we've got. So the first thing I can see, I'm going to open up the booklet because that's what tells me what's inside this box, because I cannot read Japanese unfortunately. Okay, so we have a Super Dragon Ball Heroes item, and there's a nice little card on the back. This is from the premium box, Dragon Ball Cheese Puffs. That's interesting. I didn't look at that at the bottom there. That I wouldn't have guessed that was cheese puffs to start off with. Interesting. And we have some cards. A card in here. So we've got Goku, which is pretty funky, and there's a lot of other stuff on the back. So I think this is one way snack providers in Japan get people to buy their treats more, is to put trading cards and stuff in the back, which is pretty cool. Up next we've got rice style soybean, sesame, brown rice, Akara snack. It looks a bit like a Dorito, but made with other things. This is from the classic box. It's Sriracha rice chips. So that's going to be interesting to try out. I wonder if it's going to be a bit like some of the rice snacks we've had before, but shaped a bit like a Dorito. So that's something different and interesting and new. It looks like it's going to be a bit spicy because there's some chilies on there. Though I won't be able to tell you how spicy, because the amount of spice I use in my food means I'm a little bit immune to it now. This looks like our DIY item. So we got a one piece, though it doesn't seem to be in the premium item. So what do we have? I can't find it on here. Where are we? Burrito hand yummy. So we've got a one piece item here. It doesn't. Oh, it is on here. Classic. So it's one piece bubbly jelly DIY, which they've put in the classic box, which is unusual because I think the DIY normally comes in the premium. So that's going to be really interesting to make. I think we've had something similar to this before. It's going to be really interesting. It's bubbly jelly, so that's going to be fun to make in a minute. What do we have here? We got some gummies, Splatoon. I haven't played Splatoon yet. So it's a Nintendo game, which is why it's coming in the Japanese box. And it looks like we got a variety of flavours in there, which would be really nice to try out. And gummies, if you watched my channel for a while, you know it's my favourite item there. We've got a savoury snack here. It looks like some sort of curry, chicken curry flavour, or chicken curry noodles flavouring. Don Taro udon snack. So that'd be interesting to try it. It's the best way to describe this is a bit like Bombay mix. That's the best way I can describe what that looks like on the inside. We've got our usual amiibos here. This one is Mentaiko flavour, which I've not had before. So it's apparently made with creamy salted pollock roe. So we get a lot of these. We tend to get one of these each month, but they tend to be different flavours, which keeps them interesting. There. Ooh, what do we have here? We've got something small. So this Shinchan gummy. So this isn't from the premium box. That's interesting. It's quite small. You can sort of see the character on the back there in the gummy, but there's obviously a better picture on the front there. Then we got some puffed rice snacks. This is almond tofu corn puffs. Not rice, I don't know why I said rice, they're corn puffs. So that's from the classic box. We tend to get these kind of things quite often now. I think a lot of the last few boxes have had some form of corn puffs in. Corn puffs, a lot of them. Oh, this is heavy. So this would be one of our share or party packs. So this is Burrito, the next generation. So this is a classic box item, pineapple jellies. So that's going to be fun. I think this is our share pack, so that's going to be interesting to try out. It's quite a nice bit of weight to that as well. And then another massive item from our premium box. This is our party pack, so it's Petite Choco Pie. So it looks like kind of marshmallow cakey biscuit coated in chocolate. These remind me of giant wagon wheels, if you've ever had a wagon wheel before. It's something that used to be very popular in the UK, you don't see them around very often anymore. And then, what do we have here? Start with this bit. We've got another Burrito item here. So this is Burrito hand gummy. This is from the premium box as well. So a lot of these premium items seem to be at the bottom, and I think it's in the shape of a hand or a fist. So that's me interesting as well. Okay, so our next item in here is another share pack. So the Burrito things there weren't our actual share pack item. These are senzu bean edamame. I don't know pronounce that. They're a bit like peas. At least they look like peas. They're a kind of bean. I never tend to eat too much of these. I'm not too keen on the texture. So I think I'll share this share pack with other people. It's quite interesting to get such a big pack of them. Then we've got some Lottie grape snacks here. This should be from the classic box, which I can't see on the... So this might be an extra item that's been chucked in, because I can't actually see it on the booklet here. So I don't know if these are gummies or just kind of powdered candy. It feels like it might actually be gum, and it's really nice. I love the grape stuff. And then our favourite item is our drinks, usually. So this is our premium drink for this month, which is cherry and peach, which they did tend to tease. They like to tease the drinks online before they send them out. So this is a Minute Maid item. That's going to be really interesting to try out. It's not like last month, which is tea, as far as I'm aware. It's just a nice cherry and peach kind of water, peach fusion water. I assume it's a bit like water because it looks a bit liquidy, so it's not going to be from concentrate. But yeah, let's try some of these things and see what we actually have. So I'll start off with the drink, because I absolutely love the drinks. It looks like it's made by Coca-Cola actually. I don't know why it says Minute Maid on the side and from Coca-Cola, so they might be the same company. I can smell the peach and the hint of cherry. It reminds me of sweets. That's a really nice and interesting combination. It's a little bit sour, which I wasn't expecting. But that's a really nice drink. Next, what I'll have a try at is our Burrito jellies. Now they're all the same flavour, they're all pineapple I think, from what it said. And we've got little characters on the top. Definitely pineapple. It's really nice. It's a very light pineapple flavouring. It's not very strong, but nonetheless, that was pretty good. Now, these I believe were chewing gum, which they are, so I probably won't have one of these now. They're in your kind of old style chewing gum wrappers and things. You don't tend to get chewing gum too much like that nowadays, at least in the UK. You tend to get a lot of the light little pellets there. So, I do want to see what this Burrito gummy is like. Yeah, so it's shaped like a hand. I won't eat this now. That's pretty cool. Probably looks like it will unravel as well. It's the kind of thing that you could probably go and slap around on the table, which is pretty funky. And then up next we're going to try some of these Petite Choco Pies. I'm hoping they're individually wrapped, which they are, so, because this is a party pack. So we got a kind of marshmallow biscuit. It's almost like a s'more in there. It's really nice. It's really soft. I'd say it's a cross between a biscuit and a cake. It's as soft as a cake. It probably is more cake than biscuit actually. But that's a really nice item, and I've got a whole pack of them, which is pretty cool. I won't have these because they're quite messy, little Bombay mix. You can sort of see through the window there what it looks like. Okay, so next, I'm not going to open these because we've had a lot of corn puff snacks before. If you want to see what they're like, go look through some old videos. We have them quite often. I'm not entirely sure what flavour this is. I think it was almond tofu. So it'll be interesting to try out, but I'm not in the mood for corn puffs right now. I do want to have a go at these rice style snacks because it's kind of a new thing we haven't had before because they're shaped a bit like Doritos. They smell almost like hot and spicy Doritos. So yeah, it's got a bit of flavouring, a bit like a Dorito, but you can definitely taste the rice snack of that. It's a bit like those kind of rice puff health disc shaped snacks you can get in the UK. The Yumi I'm going to leave for today, as we had before, and the gummy. I'll save some of these gummies for later. I think they're pretty self-explanatory. And the cheese puffs, I don't want to open them right now. Which leads us to our last thing to have a go at, which is our DIY candy. So in the packet, we have a spoon for stirring and a little cup with a load of one-piece characters on it. Then we got 2 sachets, 1 and 2, numbered quite nicely. They're also colour coded. On the back of our packet, we have a bunch of instructions, which are all in Japanese. So if your Japanese is good, you can have a try at that. Looking at the front of this, it looks like it's going to be cream melon soda. So it's melon soda flavoured, but with ice cream, which makes it a little bit different from your normal melon soda. But if you can't read Japanese, there is a nice DIY instruction in the booklet here, which we will follow to do this. So it tells you what you need. Fill the DIY cup with water until the marked line, which is there. So we got a little marked line there, and I luckily have some water to the side today, and we'll fill that to the line. And I'll be very careful not to overfill that because I tend to do that quite often with my DIY candies. They end up a bit soggy. So we want the silver powder packet, which is sachet number 1, and we want to pour that into the cup with the water. It's kind of blue colour. Immediately it's gone rather foamy and a blue colour, which hopefully you can see there. It says to stir in the mixture 50 times. I don't know whether it really needs stirring that much. If I do it too quickly, it's going to go everywhere. I think this is just to introduce some air into the mixture. And then for some reason we're supposed to put this into the fridge for 5 to 10 minutes. Which I won't do, because I don't want to wait 5 to 10 minutes at the moment. So I'm going to pour this straight in and onto the top. So this, it's always interesting to see the colour of the sachets to the actual colour of the powder that comes out. This says stir the mixture again, but only stir the top half of the cup for a 2-layered snack. So that's interesting. So you want to stir that into the top there while leaving the bottom. So that orange powder's gone green now, and it's starting to overflow the cup, which is interesting. Oops. Maybe that's why you have to refrigerate it and leave it to stand. So in there we've got a blue layer and a green layer. It definitely smells like melon. Maybe the 2 layers meant to be you kind of melon your cream, your ice cream. It's like a very airy and foamy drink. It's a bit like eating foam. I think the bottom layer tastes a bit like Ramune, while the top is your melon flavouring. And that's really nice. It's quite sweet. It's hard to describe the texture of eating that. It's like eating a bunch of bubbles, so it is a bit like eating some sort of foam. But it's really nice. It's pretty cool actually, so I quite like that. I'm not sure what my favourite item is this month, between the DIY, the drink, and a few of the gummies. We've had some really cool items in here. Yeah, that's it for this month's box. I hope you liked it. Please do like the video down below. And please do hit the subscribe button down below as well if you want to see more unboxing videos. And please do use the code down below as well if you're going to get your first Tokyo Treat box. You get up to $5 off your premium box, and I think about $3 off your normal box. Only valid for people that are getting a box for the first time. But it's a much better discount than what you typically find on the Tokyo Treat Facebook page. But other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.